GM friends, and welcome back to another episode on the Friends Validator YouTube channel. If this is your first video, I'm your host, Jure Malbohm, and this shows up that brings together crypto pioneers, exciting projects, and a thriving community. And today we will talk about the very first rollup that will launch on the Dymension blockchain. And Dymension is a blockchain that we spend a lot of resources and time on at Friends Validator, and we are very optimistic about Dymension's future. So today we will talk about Aigisos. I hope I pronounced that name right. Aigisos is the first so-called roll app that will be launching on Dymension. And the interesting thing is, of course, if a new project launches, usually there's also an airdrop involved. And yeah, Aigisos is not an exception of this. So let us break that down. Let us have like a closer look at the project from what resources we currently have available. So it's a pretty strong team actually, but yeah, I think the best way to get started is by this forum post here that was introduced by the Aigisos team. And the project description is essentially that the team wanted to build a chain that's focus it is on security, and on top of Aigisos there will be a lot of different dApps, and the team plans to introduce 3 to 5 native dApps on top of the Aigisos rollup. And what we can tell from, because interestingly, if we go back to Twitter and go back to the Aigisos Twitter page, which I highly encourage you guys to give it a follow. I just did that. In this post here, they announced their collaboration with Microsoft for startup, but they also collaborated with OpenAI. So I believe that their dApps that will launch on top of the rollup will be operating in this field. So I do not believe that we will see DeFi dApps or something, but I think we will see decentralized applications that focus on AI. But anyway, let us get to the airdrop because Aigisos announced that there will be a token which is called AIG that will be airdropped to Dymension stakers. So let us have a closer look at the token supply and the allocation. So in total, there will be 1 billion AIG on the market, and 12% of that total supply is allocated to the initial Genesis roll drop, aka airdrop. So 12% of the total supply is going to be airdrop, which is actually relatively which is like a lot actually. So it's not like a super small supply. And the rest will also be allocated to staking AIG, which leads us to the next point. So AIG is the native token of the Aigisos roll app, and it will be used for staking. So staking AIG is enabled, but it will also function as the ecosystem token for the dApps I just mentioned. We don't have, as mentioned, too much information about the dApps that will launch on Aigisos, but yeah, the AIG token that's certain already will be used to pay for gas fees and interact with the different dApps in this ecosystem. Interestingly, and this leads us back to the introduction post, which is like a little bit older already, but there will be in total not one, but actually 5 airdrops. We are not giving one airdrop, but a total of 5 airdrops to DYM stakers. So I believe there will be many snapshots, and interestingly, what I believe is that the first snapshot was made at Genesis. This is just an assumption from my end. That's not for sure. But I think the first snapshot was really for the early adopters. So those are the people who staked DYM in the very beginning. But yeah, there will be like more snapshots taken, I believe. And then you will have in total 5 airdrops, essentially for like, yeah, as far as it looks like for the 3 to 5 native dApp. So besides being a staker of DYM, as soon as these applications go live, I would highly recommend you guys to check it out if you are active in the Dymension ecosystem, because maybe like the usage of one of these dApps will also lead to another airdrop. But yeah, this is what we can tell so far from what is going on with Aigisos. And yeah, the snapshot, we also got the question here. The snapshot is not certain, so we don't know when the snapshot was taken, but I believe the first snapshot was taken in the first days after Dymension launched. And yeah, I believe more snapshots will be taken further down the road. So yeah, Dymension is really one of the tokens that make a lot of sense staking it if you really want to anticipate a lot of airdrops coming from this ecosystem. Speaking of which, we at Friends Validator are a big supporter of Dymension. We are like a top validator over there, provide infrastructure, cover it on the media. So if you have some DYM left and you want to stake them, why not stake it with friends? And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope I will see you the next time.